Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for being here. Today is Monday, and we do Angel Reading Mondays around here. So if you like this style of reading, feel free to check out the playlist that comes along with it, and know that they are timeless. So if you like them and something else jumps out at you, it may be for you. So if the message resonates, take it and leave anything that doesn't for someone else, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. I would love for you to subscribe and join my community here on YouTube. Again, if you like this style of reading, I do them every Monday, and there is a playlist, so feel free to check it out. And feel free to hit that subscribe button and like on your way out. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get started and see what the angels have for you this Monday. All right, I have courage and bravery. So this is coming up in your strength position. You are finding yourself having strength and courage and bravery in the challenges that you've been facing. Maybe you've gone through a lot in the recent past, and it's made you stronger. And it's made you have more courage. It's made you deal with challenges differently than you used to in the past. I feel like I want to say, look back on your recent past and see how far you've come. And see how things have changed and how you're dealing with challenges differently, because I feel like you're stronger than you think. And this is coming up in your superpower position here. So this is your angels acknowledging that strength, acknowledging that courage, acknowledging that you have been through so much and that you have survived. And maybe you need to pat yourself on the back and realize too how far you've come. Okay? This is in your superpower position. I love it. So what does your heart want to say? What does your heart want to tell you about this or something else? Okay, I have composure and honesty and communication. So I feel like your heart is saying part of your courage and bravery is that it could be in speaking your truth, speaking some sort of truth, standing up for yourself. And your heart is saying, well done. Well done. Maybe in the area of communication or connecting with others. You have learned how to deal with some sort of challenging energy in your life. Maybe this is a coworker, maybe this is a friend, maybe this is your family. Maybe there's been some challenges in communication and or connection, and you're learning how to keep your composure. You're learning how to deal with it totally differently. So I feel like you've really been through a lot, and your angels are telling you that, just acknowledge how far you've come and how different you are now, and how you're dealing with things and people differently, and keeping your composure, keeping the balance, keeping your peace, keeping yourself grounded, and not jumping to conclusions or, getting in your head about stuff. I feel like there's more balance, there's more honesty, there's more connection, there's more humble. Like I'm hearing the word humble, like you are humbling yourself in connections. Maybe before you were more less humble, but maybe you were more connecting with others in order to sort of be in this. I feel like there's some sort of ego situation here that you've conquered. This is what I want to say. This courage and this bravery, I feel like is conquering your ego. And so it's creating more humility with you and others, and creating this balance and this composure in your connections with others, where maybe you were dealing with a very challenging person in your life, and it just threw you off your composure when you dealt with this person. And it was something having to do with the ego, and you have overcome. And so there's this energy of balance, and there's this energy of humility, and there's this energy of just things flowing much better now because of what you've learned about your own ego and how you've overcome that. And so your heart is, I feel like your heart is saying, just like you're in your superpower, your courage and your bravery, your heart is saying, well done, because you've conquered something that was very difficult for you in regards to somebody else. And it's creating so much more balance in your life. And it's more positive energy with this person, but also in your life. And so it's inviting in more positive energy, because I feel like this sort of overtook you for a while, and you maybe were in your head, and it's something that you were dealing with for a while, and you finally got, or you're maybe going to get this week, maybe you're going to get like you're finally going to overcome this situation. And it's like it changes everything. And so from now on, it'll be completely different. Okay, I have ask and receive, and I have spiritual growth. Yeah, this is an learning experience. I feel like you have come through so much. We'll talk about this ask and receive card here in a minute, but I feel like this learning experience is this spiritual growth that you've been going through. You've learned how to let go of your ego. You've learned how to overcome something major. And it's been a big learning experience for you, and it's been a part of a spiritual growth process for you. And whatever you've overcome as far as your ego in, connection or communication with others or someone in particular, it shifts the energy forever. So you're going to have more peace. You're going to have more balance in this situation, and you're not going to have the combative energy or funky communication or whatever it was. You're not going to have that anymore. And I feel like maybe you have asked for help. You've asked your angels for help. You've prayed and you've asked, help me do this. Help me overcome this. Help me to be strong in this situation. Help me to feel better about this. And I feel like you've not only received your prayer being answered here, but it came from you. It's like you are stronger than you thought, and you have overcome more than you thought, and you're the one that made the change. But I feel like in the background, you have your angels who have been working behind the scenes to help you through this and give you that strength and that courage, right? But it came from you. And so I feel like your angels are saying, this has been you, and you should acknowledge yourself, and you should acknowledge how far you've come. And this is an interesting reading that I've never actually had before in an angel reading, so this is very curious for me. But I feel like your angels really, and your heart really, want to pat you on the back and acknowledge how far you've come in this situation, because you've really overcome something great here you were struggling with it. So I would love to know who I'm reading for. Comment below and let me know if this resonates for you. I would love to know your situation if you want to share, but who I'm reading for. I always want to know who I'm reading for. So let's look at your challenge position that may be coming up for you this week, or something that you may still be working through. What is in their challenge position this week, please? Vulnerability and freedom. So you may be overcoming this week, because I have the earth and ground, and I have vulnerability and freedom. Feeling vulnerable feeling vulnerable is not something that you have ever felt comfortable in. And I feel like perhaps this situation that you've been dealing with, that you're overcoming, and that you've got protection, you've got help here. Okay, so ask if you need it. You've got help. This person or this situation makes you feel vulnerable, and this is something that you've never dealt with well because of whatever whatever in your past, maybe some hurts and stuff from your past. You've had some defenses up around yourself, and you're not maybe you haven't been open and vulnerable or feeling free enough to do that. And this person or the situation throws you off your, like I was saying with the composure, it throws you off your composure, and you're learning how to ground yourself through it, come back to yourself, stay in the present moment, and not get overworked or overstressed or overthinking or, letting this overtake you. You're learning how to deal with this yourself, as well as, you have your angels protecting you. But I feel like this week is maybe when you overcome this. And so all this energy is to prepare you for it. And for some of you, this is going to be, energy that's already passed, that you've already worked through. It's something of a past energy. But I feel like, because this is coming up in your challenge position, I feel like this is your week to overcome this. This is your week. Be vulnerable, to be yourself, and to stand up for your truth and your power, and, speak that truth. But also do it in love, right? Call upon your angels to help you. Do it in love. Stay grounded. Stay in the here and now. Don't get too caught up in the future or too caught up in the past. This person maybe triggers, or the situation maybe triggers past stuff for you. You're overcoming this week. So this is coming up in your challenge. It may be coming up for you this week, but this is your week to overcome. Let's see what the turnout is here. What is the well, we know the turnout is that you are overcoming, and that you actually have more courage and bravery than you think. You have the composure. You have everything that you need in order to overcome this. But let's see what else the angels want to tell you about this, because this is definitely the most interesting angel reading I've ever done. What do you want to tell them about this situation? Ooh, having compassion. Oh, I feel like this could very well be some sort of friendship. Could be a work colleague situation. It could be a sibling or a family situation, but it looks to me like it's some sort of friendship. Friend that maybe triggers you. And your angels are saying, have compassion. Come from a place of compassion. Now, remember what I was saying earlier is, you've conquered something in your ego. The ego is the opposite of compassion. So this is your week to deal with this situation completely differently and change the energy from here on out. Now, if you have to cut somebody out of your life, if you have to protect yourself, then stand up for that. Give yourself compassion. Do it in love. And protect your energy from whatever this is that is coming in and disrupting your energy, But you have an opportunity to overcome your ego with compassion in this situation this week. And this is the week that you are overcoming this challenge. This is the week. Do it with compassion. Try to come from a place of understanding. And when we're having a conflict with others, we're hearing what they're saying, and it's like we're only hearing where we can interject. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Where if you're having a conflict, then you're hearing they're yelling, and you're on the defense, and you're coming from a place of where can I interject and where can I put in my truth. And it's like this. It's not compassion, it's pride, it's ego. And coming from a place of, listening to react instead of listening to understand, I feel like that is the key here. Listening to understand. So I feel like there's something that's going to happen in your week this week that's going to trigger this whole thing. And your angels are telling you to be aware that if this does happen, come from a place of compassion and understanding. Listen to understand. Don't listen to react or see where you can interject your truth and your ego into the conversation. Listen to, read between the lines with what they're saying, and listen to understand what they're saying, because there could be a big misunderstanding here. And when two people are coming from an ego place and just trying to be right, instead of listening to from where the other one is coming from and being open to understand, the relationship changes when you understand each other, instead of coming from this ego place of I need to be right. So this may be a bit of a challenge for you this week, and I would love to know who I am reading for. Your overall energy is do the work. I have do the work, intuition, and downloads here. Do the work is that you have been working hard on this, and you've been asking for help, but you've been doing the inner work to release the ego and come from a place of love and understanding instead of ego, and that takes work. And this is what you've been doing. This is in your overall energy, and you've been receiving intuition about this. You've been receiving messages from your angels and your intuition downloads about this and how to do things differently to get a different result. Because when we keep having the same, when we keep saying the same thing, or we keep having the same problem and not doing anything different, we're going to keep having that same problem instead of, doing something different to get a different result. You have to do something different in order to have a different outcome, right? And you're receiving guidance on how to deal with this person differently. You're receiving some sort of guidance, and it may be that you're receiving guidance on how to be understanding and compassionate. And so this is going to be a confirmation for some of you. This may be your intuition and download for some of you. So let me know who this is for. Let me know how you did. And wow, this is an interesting angel reading for you guys today. So again, if you like this style of reading, please comment below and let me know. Also, hit that like button and that subscribe button. I appreciate you all. Check out the playlist for these readings and know that I do them every Monday. So I will see you again on Monday next week with another angel reading.